Today I want to review with you the previous PowerPoint talking about multi-view drawings and orthographic projections. There was a lot of information given out in the last video that corresponds with the PowerPoint that you saw, and if it gets confusing, that's okay. I'm here to help. I'm here to explain, and eventually I will show you and demonstrate how to properly draw a multi-view drawing. So this video is just to, again, recap, review, and give you basic directions on how to draw this towards the end of the presentation. As we discussed previously, we're taking a 3D object. We're placing that 3D object into a box. So I decided to use today a glass box so I could see directly into it. When we unfold that box, whether it was the cereal box explanation from last time or the glass box you see on your screen, we're taking that six-sided shape and we're breaking it down into the correct views or correct planes: front, right side, left side, top, bottom, and then the back or the rear. The big key that students need to understand is, how do I visualize and see just the view? So as you see on your screen, we're holding that object right in front of our face, looking directly at the front view. If you can't visualize these views, you won't have a good mental image and idea of how to draw or even begin to draw this out. So if it's confusing to you, do this. Take a plain sheet of paper, scratch paper, notebook paper, and email me a basic sketch of what you think the front view is. Or maybe you figured out the front view and you can't understand how to visualize the top view. So again, do a basic hand, paper, pencil sketch, take a picture of it, email it to me, and ask for clarification. If you don't ask for help, I cannot help you. You will continue to struggle and you won't have success. And that is one of the last things I want you to do. I want this to be very, very easy for you. So get that 3D image in your mind, focus just on the front view and draw it. Then move on to the top view. And then finally the right side. Now again, some multi-view drawings only need two views. The front is still the single most important view. So if we only need the front view, then we have one drawing. If we need two views, it's either the front and top or front and right side. Again, you will never have just the top and just the right side together. It just doesn't work that way. And finally, some drawings we need all three: front, top, and side. Again, if you have any questions, please ask for help. As we keep moving on, again, just to reiterate, we have our most three commonly used views: front, top, and side. As you see below, it talks about color coding. If we give you a 3D object, don't be afraid to actually shade in what you think is the front view. Or again, sketch it out. If you struggle with the top view, shade it in or sketch it out. We will do some shading activity to help you visualize the three views listed on your screen. Sometimes we only need two views. I think we've discussed this enough. Again, if you have any questions about how many views do I need, give me a simple sketch. The worst thing I can tell you is no, you only need two. So don't include one view. Or conversely, you don't have enough there. I need more information. So please draw me a missing view. Where I wrapped up quickly here at the last video was how to begin to draw these. Drawing these out is very, very similar to our first drawing activity called centering the drawing. The centering the drawing, as we've explained, is the front view of the object. So we've already given you an activity that helps you identify the front view. So as you can see here on your screen, in a very general template, we're going to block in the front view. Directly above the front view, we're going to block in the top view. And then directly to the right of the front, we're going to block in the right side view. When you do this, you need to use construction lines. If you don't use construction lines, you are going to struggle aligning the top and the side views. So as you see on your screen, we block in the front view with a simple rectangle. Again, same concept as centering the drawing of the overall width of the front and the overall height. Then we leave a small space. Most spaces between the views are anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches. This also includes the space between the front and the side view. So take your ruler, measure out about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, draw a line all the way across in a construction line, and then block in the top view. And then block in the right side view. If at any time you're not sure how to block these in, please ask for help. Again, our first activity though has given you the basic idea of how to begin to block these in. All drawings are realistically going to start with 3 simple rectangles that will represent the 3 views that we need. After we block it in, then we start to add our details. Details might be a hole. It could be a feature of an angle that's fairly sharp, a more gentle sloping angle. It's also going to allow us to add other features and transfer them to the top view, as it might be a hidden line. The hidden line here corresponds with the edge of the circle. Then we'd add in a center line in the top view to correspond with the center line of the circle in the front view. And then another detail to correctly describe the circle in the front is another hidden line in the top view. And as you can see on your screen, whether it's transferring details from the front to the top or the front to the side, we're going to use light construction lines and then darken those in where we need to have a solid object line, hidden or center line. The other piece here, which is a new feature, is this miter line, the 45-degree line. The 45-degree line is located here in the upper right-hand corner of your drawing. What this allows us to do is transfer dimensions, sizes, from the top view and bring them directly down to the side view. If this is done correctly, you'll have minimal measuring to do in the side view. However, critical measurement for the front and the top is key in order to do minimal to no measuring in the side view. But please again remember, always double check your measurements. And if you have questions, please ask for help. As we start to wrap up here, here is your general directions on how to sketch a multi-view drawing. Have to use paper that is clean, no smudges, no creases, no folds. Pencil and a ruler, no freehand lines. 2, take your time. We're building skills for future drawings, which will include some summative assessment work, as well as help build skills to take these same drawings and put them onto AutoCAD. Then we begin to block this out, and we use construction lines to build our drawing. Again, you must include all construction lines. Then we use projection lines. Projection lines, again, will allow us to take information and project it to another view, or some people also refer to projection lines as construction lines, transferring the edge of the circle in the front to a hidden line in the top. Center the circle in the front to the center in the top, edge of the circle to a hidden line in the top view. Critical layout techniques between construction and projection lines. The last side then is to double check all your measurements. If your drawing is correct, now you can darken everything in. If it's not, do your erasing, make your corrections now. So first things first, like we did with centering the drawing, now we darken in all our solid object lines. Gotta be dark, crisp, straight lines, tight corners, no overruns, no openings. Then we go back and darken in our hidden lines if they're on the drawings. They are thin, dark lines. And again, draw them right over construction lines. And then erase the construction lines in between the hidden lines, the dark dashes. Please remember that hidden lines start and stop on solid object lines. Then we work on our center lines if needed. Center lines will still be thin and dark, but not as thick and heavy as a solid object line. These can be drawn right over construction lines. However, center lines will overhang solid object lines. Then your drawing should now be complete. Please, at any time if you have questions, ask for help. Take a picture of your work, email it to me, bring it up to me and say, how does this look? The big piece is making sure you're successful in how to draw and understand multi-view drawings. At the conclusion of this video, we're now going to move you on to another set of videos that will help us start to visualize different views. And then we begin to draw. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.